Hello and welcome back to the Kingdom of Lindon. This is the third episode, and are you ready? Because we are on the cusp of war, and once the war has started, there is no ending other than the smiting of our foes. And, well, actually, you've got a bit of time yet, because we actually need to get Captain Mithrennon over there to join us here, and we're going to march on Erunborn, but that isn't all, because I think in about 3 or 4 turns, maybe, it might be a bit more, but we're going to get our Tolakan Herald is going to pop up somewhere in this area, and then we can start calling Tolakan's counter invasions, and vengeance shall follow. And also, out here in Imladris, you know, I've had enough of waiting. You know, we can't just have Elrond, like, this isn't a retirement home. Not yet, anyway. And not for about 3,000 years or so. So he's going to have to leave the last homely house. And you might be like, oh, but where's he going? Well, he's not going with Gandalf just yet. He's going to go south. And we're going to take Eregion from those filthy orcs. If we just have a look here at diplomacy real quick. Let's go real quick. He says real quick, but I can't find him. Okay, so the Orcs of the Misty Mountains. They're already at war with the Dwarves of Khazad-dûm, Lothlorien, and Erungalan. So, you know, there's no danger there, and we may as well get that before, you know, our buds over here in Tharbad go and take it. So that's going to happen. And then over here in the north, so we did just take Uyal, and what's going to happen is I'm going to move out this force. We're going to leave the 87 Lindai infantry. They are going to garrison this settlement, although we are just going to keep them there for the time being because we don't know what the hillmen are doing. But Gildor, the maverick that he is, he's going to build a couple of watchtowers on this border, and then he's going to trot off to Imladris over here in the east. But I think that is maybe everything for now, although no. Let's get some extra saucy troops. I think we've got everything else. We don't well, why not throw those Lindai infantry as well in there? We've got the money. We're just going to throw everything at Enedwaith. Although they don't currently hold Londar or Western Enedwaith, so it is literally these two regions here, but they do have a few forces here. But let's go. Although, hang on. Now, I usually cut out the loading screen here, but I just want to say, with this past week, I've seen a lot of support, and the channel has grown a lot. And it seems like it has only been a couple of weeks since I actually passed the milestone of 100 subscribers. And I want to thank all of you that are watching, and indeed, especially to the subscribers, everyone that comments and all that. It's really fantastic. And at the time of me recording this on Saturday evening, we have 194 subscribers. So I'm gonna say it. I might jinx it, but let's say we've got 200 by the time this video goes up, which is outstanding. I can't believe, and thank you very much. And I'm glad someone finds these entertaining. But anyway, end of turn report. We obviously lost some money, but if we just have a look here, we are still actually making money each turn, so there's no worries there. And construction reports, Imladris got the blacksmith, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to put in the barracks, because look at this, we've got the Noldor spearmen, which are kind of like the Eldarin Way spearmen and Eldarin Way swords, or Noldor swordsmen, as they're called here, and they've got supreme attacks. So if we just compare the Noldor swordsmen with the Sindar variant, we've got 16, 7, and 24, versus 10, 5, 22. But of course, the price in upkeep goes up by about 100. So you do pay for that privilege, but we are going to get them, although that is going to spend all of our money. Yeah, do we actually need anything over here? Okay, well, how about, maybe just hold off on that for another turn? Because I'd quite like to get communal farming here, so this keeps on growing. Because growth is the vital essence of this game. But let's keep on marching these fellas down here. And where else did we actually get those troops? Okay, so over here, we'll take the experienced ones. You come over here. And we don't need 2 units of Lindar archers over here, so how about you guys start coming over here? We'll need you, and we'll take those Lindar infantry over there. Now, over here, it does look like the hillmen have gone home. So let's just pop a watchtower there. Let's make sure also that we don't go over the border. Don't give them any reason to attack us. We don't want Gildor to die. But, okay, so they are kind of going down here. There's the region of Arthedain, which is different to the region of Nenuyal. Or, yeah, Nenuyal. And so that's probably like Fornost around here. So we're just going to put another tower just there, and then he's going to jog on. And we're not going to get involved just yet with the war against the hillmen of the north. Yes, so if we just put a tower here with Glorfindel, and if they were going to attack us, they would have already come towards the settlement, so that's not going to happen. So I'm just going to build a couple of towers with Glorfindel as well. And I think he is then going to pick up a force down south. So how would you like it if we just took these out? They don't mind. They do not mind. So how about you guys come down here, then we can get you retrained, and then we can throw you into the fray. And we do have some units here, but I'm not going to take them out. We don't need them just yet. How about you build a tower there, monsieur, and then get another one over here. We've got some nice sight range. They've currently only got 2 units in there, which is fantastic news, because hopefully then we can nip in there. But
my lord, approaching quietly.
The Numenoreans are definitely stretched over here. Elendor, I hope he doesn't die. It'd be very sad if he died. But okay, we still don't. Oh, this is the same turn, isn't it? What an idiot. But let's get those Lindar archers and let's take them both. We'll take both and then pop those in afterwards. Because we are going to need... We're basically going to clear out the entire garrison along with Elrond, and we're going to come down here. We can actually see that town as well. So they got 5 units in there, but of course they can... They do get like a sort of garrison where they can kind of train units even though they're under siege. So it's worth having a bit extra. Everyone has moved. Everyone has moved. Then we have a diplomat. Yes, we do. Well, I'll tell you what. You come up here because I just want to see what's going on here. Oh, and also I got an answer in the first episode of the series. We actually had, we were graced by the presence of one of the members of the mod creation team, Araval, as he is known. At least that's how I've heard his name being spoken by Ngugi. And he said that the reason that we can see these settlements, even though we don't have necessarily map information. Before I could see Erebor, before we actually had that map information, is because they're custom settlements. So you can see any custom settlement currently on the map, as you can see down here, and you can see Minas Morgul, and then you can also, Minas Ithil, as it is still at this point, apologies, and the Black Gate here. Although, yes, is it called the Black Gate? I don't actually... No, if it is called the Black Gate. No, it was called the Black Gate, of course. Oh, I'm drawing a black. But, no, so, but the Towers of the Teeth, Narcost and Carcost, were built by the Numenoreans following the defeat of Sauron, and so it is literally just the gate itself, so you don't have those towers on either side. Because they were then built by the Numenoreans. But I think that's everything for this turn, so let's carry on. Oh, thanks, chaps, for the 1,000 gold. Oops. Over the end turn, I did spot Orcish spy come into Imladris, so we're probably going to get a bit of unrest. 20%, I'm guessing, is caused by the spy, but I'm hoping, even though if we take out most of our garrison... Oh, sorry. It will be okay. So now we do have money for the barracks. It costs so much. It costs so much money. Oh my word. Harland got a town watch. So that's very useful. So then we can actually, get some infantry should we need it. The roads as well would be very useful, but they just suddenly we don't seem to have a whole lot of money. No, we're okay. And Alimir got a town watch as well. So, well, you go there, and then 4 of you. We'll leave the javelin men behind, and well, it takes 2 turns for Gil-Galad to make it to Erinvorn anyway. So for that reason, he's just going to chill in there, give it a bit of extra, population growth and whatnot, while we wait. And we might not get those Lindar infantry involved. We shall see. But you there build another. Don't we have we had some ships? Yes, we do. What am I doing with these ships? They're really not that useful, to be honest, to us right now. Although I suppose we could ferry some troops from over here a lot quicker. But we're not really building any or recruiting anything right now. So how about you just get into that little gap there, and you can spy sort of on Agar. Okay. In Uyal, it does look like those folks of the Hillmen, they're not interested, which is good news for us. So we're just going to pop a tower right there, and then let's just go this way and hope that. I think we're not obviously in range to get called up, so I have no fear. And even if we did, I'd decline it. I'm sorry, friends, but that's just how the cookie crumbles currently. Glorfindel pop a tower there, and then I think this is still us here. Yeah. So put one there as well, and then you guys continue marching down here, and yeah, we'll just wait for those to rechain. Now, sadly, there's not a whole lot of other things that is really going on. We've got these units coming along here, but actually now we can put those barracks in. We don't really have any other use for the money, and yeah, we'll get those rolling. But as I said, I'm not going to take part in that battle. Okay, well, nothing really actually interesting happened during that entered, other than, as expected, the Numenorians actually attacked those forces of the Hillmen, and they won without our help, and then we carried on our merry way. Oh, what the hell! Oh, that's so annoying. That was like only half of our movement used up. They're not going to lose here, are they? No, there's no way that they're going to lose to a force that big or small. Let's just have a look at what they've got. They have Rudar Reavers. They are effective against armor with a 7 attack, 6 charge, 16 total defense. That's pretty good. I have no idea if that's like their best unit though. Obviously our best currently is like the Sindar Swordsman, which is like 1022. So anyway, marriage celebrations. Okay, and we've got those archers now in Imladris. We've actually got a full garrison here, and look at that, we've got silver armor on these boys. So 5 attack. Well, it doesn't really matter that much, but the armor is certainly useful, to resist missiles from the enemy. And then we are getting those Lindar infantry. Well, yeah, may as well keep them. Now, that is a bit annoying, because I wanted Gildor over here, or certainly near here, and by the time we were ready to march out. But we might actually have to wait a little bit longer, because I don't know if that's going to be enough troops there. Obviously, the Smiths of Eregion, or Eregion, are absolutely, they're ballers, because 17 melee attack, which is effective against armor. You don't need to know the game to know that that is very good. So, the day has come, and we are going to attack Enedwaith. I think if we just go into these woods here... Oh no, they did see us. No, you didn't. You did not see. How about we also pop them into the woods? Very poor relations with them for some reason. I don't know. We don't need to move this general. He can just stay there. I don't know. Of course, they probably can see us, but next turn we will be able to reach, and then we will be able to construct some siege equipment, and in that time... oh, there's another guy here. I really do like all these different kinds of custom generals, and like one-off units that they've got in this mod. It just really adds some flavour and importance to a general as well, because you know that general is the only one that you can use in that kind of way. So here they've got Numenorean Mariners, 12 melee attack, 7 missile, and 19 total defense. But also it just adds to the immersion, because obviously everyone's going to have like their own strengths and weaknesses, rather than just everyone being the bog standard kind of like sword and board unit per se. So like we've got a mounted we've got 2 mounted generals. We've got one which is a horse archer, and then one which is, you know, a kind of like a charging one. Then we've got some sword and board units. Then we've got other like archer bodyguards that Elrond is that we haven't seen just yet. And then we've got other sword and board units that Cirdan has. It's just really great, and as I say, it just adds extra importance and weight on certain individual generals, which makes it kind of adds that RP element, if you understand what I mean. It's kind of like in Warhammer, or like Total War Warhammer like 2 and 1 as well, where you can specialize your generals to be able to do certain things. They might then have different army compositions because they kind of buff that army in slightly different ways. I really like it. But let's just use this spy to have a look at what forces they've got here. So they've got some forest spearmen, nothing to worry about here. I mean, they're not going to make it to Erenborn anyway in time. But did we... Oh yes, we did have these archers over here. We might get these in on the siege as well. Archers aren't massively useful in siege battles with walls involved, but we will use them nonetheless. And here we did get the stables, and you know what? We're gonna put them in. I might be almost bankrupting myself. I just see all the shinies, and I'm like, ooh, we'll take that. But of course, we will be putting them to good use as well very soon. And Glorfindel, come on then, move there, and we can just about see a Numenas. Not that we really need to, but we can see it nonetheless. It is a large city already. Do we have a large city here? Is this no, it's a minor city. Oh, okay, so that's actually really quite an impressive thing. But okay, Glorfindel, you can come back over here. And well, that's everything. Did we already move? Oh, God, that's so annoying. Anyway, let's move on. Fear not, though, that I did kind of forget about a diplomat over here. Oh, they look very fancy. Oh, very nice. I'd quite like to play as the dwarves, to be honest, because I'd imagine it's quite an interesting campaign because you've got such a split realm. But they, of course, do hold this region, and I was wondering, where are these hillmen going? And I do imagine that they're going, I think, towards this dwarven village over here, since they are actually at war. So I doubt they're going to come for us. But should they come for us, I mean, it's not a massively important region. It's not critical that we hold on to it. And also, it's an Arnor homeland. And as you can see, actually, from this map, so if you click on it, you can see like the outline of the region. So this is this region just here where my cursor's pointing. And it's for that reason also, I'd rather not really get involved just yet anyway with the Hillmen of the North War, or the Northern War if you like, because I'd like to see Arnor kind of go in that direction, because they actually get bonuses over there. Oh, and blocked again. Oh, there's Bree. There's Bree there. But anyway, yeah, because this is a homeland region, this North Arthedain. That's a homeland region for them, so it would be quite nice if they were to take it. because they are my best buddies. But construction report then, Luna, I got the town watch. And I'm kind of tempted to get the sculptor's workshop here because we do just have Finrod, not Felagund, in there. And by building this, you might get some extra traits there, which might prove handy. And also, I can't help notice he's still not free, so I don't know what you have to do to make him become free. We've currently got 34%. Culture, and you only need 33% to get Lindai infantry, and I have no idea how much you need. As far as I know, you can't actually get your own generals, like you train a general unit, so I have no idea. Maybe it will become apparent, maybe it's like 50%, but it's not clear to me currently. We've got a bit of money anyway. So let's get some roads here. I don't think a grain exchange is going to do a whole lot for us, but let's have a look. It will give 24, well, 19. That's 19 gold coins that I'm not too bothered about having. So dirt roads, or maybe just get a town watch. Oh, corruption is called wastage also, not. But I mean, it works exactly the same, so distance to capital and whatnot. And what is happening here?
Is that what you want?
The orcs are travelling along this road, and it is probably the quickest road down to Imladris. So I'd imagine they're coming for us. So we do have a choice. Let's just have a look at their stats. We can only really see the snag of skirmishers. Okay, what we can do
Your orders, my lord.
is, how about,
My lord.
I don't know if we need the smiths, to be honest, but we may as well take them.
Your will, my lord.
We'll take all of our archers and
Your will, my lord.
go just like that. And if they want to come
Yes,
at
my
us,
lord.
then they can come at us. They can't go the other way, can they? No, they can't. I mean, there is a way through here, but it will take them a lot longer. So it's really good that we had those watchtowers, but if they come this way, we'll have a bridge battle, and we do have Smiths of Eregion and some Lindar infantry to fight on the bridge, and then we'll just have a bunch of archers shoot at them. Unless they've got something outstanding, but if this is the quality that they have, then they have absolutely no armour to withstand our arrow fire. And Gildor will be 1, 2, 3 turns.
We shall continue to
So how about we just get? Well, we don't need to. We'll train them next turn. That way, we don't have to, waste money on upkeep. But here we go. Then here we go. One final look to cover our backs. There's nothing major there.
Yes,
Right.
my
Let's just
lord.
go and attack. Attack neutral faction. Let's get 2 rams, 2 ladders. Yep.
Yes.
And you join in there, and you join in there. Can we get another ladder then with that? Oh, we can. Nice.
Yes.
And relations worsen. Dark Lord of Mordor and war. This is when the party begins. I lasted all the way until the 21st turn before I felt compelled to do so. And we've got another unit of archers coming as well. That'll be very handy.
Your will,
Indeed.
my lord.
I just keep losing track of what we've actually used. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units currently in there.
Yes, my lord.
So we'll see just how many they actually recruit over the end turn. Just so we know for in the future. And we do still have a small amount of money. And Harlond here, we do want the paved roads. It will make it substantially easier moving up and down this coastline here. But equally, I think I'm going to get a town hall. It just provides 5% public order bonus due to law, because I can't help notice that we do have a lot of unrest here. And it's only going to get worse as this goes up. And it is going to have to, we're going to have to deal with that as the population grows. And it's got a lot to grow, so it's only going to get worse. So it's definitely going to be useful getting buildings like that. And it's pretty cheap as well. But I think that is probably
My lord.
all that we can do for this turn as
Your
well.
orders, my lord.
And we just get a mission to take the settlement of Gobel Minhiriath. Which, you know what? We'll get on to that in just a moment. Calm down, bloodthirsty councillors. As soon as we've gone to war with someone that, as pointy ears are just like, yes, to war, to war. Okay, so they got 2, 4, 6, 8. They are not sure who they appreciate, clearly. But
Come and get me.
I don't like the look of that unit, and okay, no. We can recruit, thankfully, a unit of Lindar infantry there. So since it's only one unit, I think we'll probably have enough there to repel. But we might even be able to catch them. No, we won't. Could we? We could actually attack them, but we're going to take this town here. And hang on, let's just check out the. No, we can do this after. No, I'm just going to do it now. That I've already started. But how about we just put that armor in there? That's all of our money. Oh dear. But
Yes,
we
my
should
lord.
get a small incremental rise with the taking of Erinvorn. So we are going to assault. Now, I'd imagine. Well, we're going to see just how penalising the towers are in this mod, and whether or not they're as bad or as good, depending on your viewpoint, as they are in Divide and Conquer version 4.5. Now, obviously, in the base game, they're not massively crazy overpowered until you get, like, cannon towers, but thankfully they do not exist in Middle-earth. But let's have a look at what Ulrad comes at us with. He's got Chieftain's Haladin. I'm pretty sure this is their standard bodyguard, so 10 attack, 22 total defense. Oh, and they're actually effective against armor as well, so that does make them a lot better. Forest Spearmen, 5 attack, 12 charge. They're worse than our Lindar infantry. Forest Archers, 4 missile attack with long range missiles. Again, they're worse than our archers, but they will have the benefit of being the defenders. Forest Skirmishers, some Javelin men. Decent swordsman here with a Darbar swordsman. Enedwaith axemen, again effective against armor, 8 attack as well. So they're going to be maybe a target for our archers. And then we've seen it all. Okay, well, let's go and fight it out.
Muster your courage, men.
This is what we're going with. So we've got the ram is going to go there. We've got some ladders. One's going to take that section of wall. The other one's going to go right there. And then we've got some archers here that will be ready to shoot over the wall at something. And then we've got our pikes that will be moving on through the gate. And then we've got our bodyguards here. But then we've also got, over here, we've got a couple of units of archers. And we might get them over the wall here with a ladder. And then the idea being that then we can come up this hill and then perhaps like shoot at them from here. Well, depending how they defend. The AI does usually like to cover all of its entrance points, particularly if you've got some units in front of a gate. They will probably have a few units there, but let's have a look at what they do then. And yeah, as you can see, they've got some forest spearmen over here, and their swordsmen also. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because that then does mean that they've split their forces. And we do have an extra ram should they like manage to burn down the other one. And if I can just click on the wall, that would be fantastic. And archers then come over here for now, and we'll keep you guys out of range for now. What do they have on the wall? So they've got some forest archers looking very snazzy. Look at that. They look cool. Oh, and they're about to fire, so perhaps you run. That would be grand. And then over here they've got forest skirmishers, so their javelin men will run our men when they get closer. Here are the axemen, looking rather formidable, very tribal. They are, of course, clansmen, and then they've got this is the bodyguard unit, the Chieftain's Haladin, looking quite nice. I do like those cloaks. And then this is the forest spearmen are clearly their militia, and I think that's everything that they've got. Oh, yeah, we've already shown off all these other units. So our Lindai infantry, they're gonna go up on that wall, and they'll probably take care of those archers. And our Sindar swordsmen are going to absolutely annihilate those forest skirmishers, I'd imagine. But I think we can probably safely get some of our men up closer, since all their missile units are on the walls and will shortly be engaged. And I have no idea what's happened over here. But how about we bring them round here, and then we can shoot in this direction here. And then that would be quite a good line of fire. We're not really using these archers over here, since we're kind of preoccupying that one unit of swordsmen and some archers over here. So I don't think we particularly need to go for it. But over here then we've come over the wall, and look at that, we've absolutely massacred those archers that were there defending, even with our worst unit. But they are sending in their spearmen, but I think our guys will be fine up there for now at least. And over here there we've got our heavy infantry going up against the missile units, absolutely annihilating them as well.
The gates have fallen.
And as the narrator just interrupts me very rudely. Now I haven't really noticed these towers doing a whole lot of anything. They don't seem to be shooting at us at all. These are all from those men on the wall. How are our archers doing? So they're over there, that's good. We've already got guard mode on. I wonder if we can actually get any shots. Oh, our Lindar archers can't shoot. Aren't these both long-range missiles? Well, they are, yeah. And these are long-range as well. But clearly, these guys have a much longer range than these guys. Which makes sense. Obviously, you have to have some archers that are better than others. Well, it's good to know that. And if you guys didn't know that, now you do too. Now, I think I'm just going to send in the Lindar infantry right on in there. Where did the general... They've kind of just evacuated. They've evacuated the gate. They don't want anything to do with it. So, and also, where are you going? Why are you going up the ladder? Don't go up the ladder. Go through the door there. And then our archers can stop firing because they're not going to do anything. And also, you can just come over here. Oh, we just took a lot of losses, and I wasn't even watching from something. I don't know what. I don't know what is actually shooting at us. Do they have archers over here? I can hear them. I can't see them, though. Oh, nice hut there. Oh, okay. But... Oh, okay, so they are actually getting actual shots at us. But they have vacated this gate over here, so I'll tell you what, we're going to come over here, and we're going to get up on this wall, and then we can hopefully perhaps get some shots from here. We should probably be faster than them, so we can probably run away from them if need be, but I'm not a fan of those shots coming at us, so we do need to get rid of them ASAP. But let's get rid of these archers over here. And the Sindar swordsmen have almost taken out the forest skirmishers. Let's just make sure that they know what their orders are.
Our men have reached the walls with their ladders. Infantry. March.
You've cleared out the gate, but now we are just getting shot. Those have routed over there, and we're still fighting a couple of skirmishes over here. But not to worry. And then on the other side, we have actually got the archers over the wall. So that's good news as well. So we're going to bring our pikemen over here, I think. And then we can bring in our archers kind of behind them. And then we're just going to shoot over their heads. And our generals, I'll just send them up on this hill over here. Like so. We've not taken the gate. Take the gate! Oh, have we taken the gate? We have taken the gate. Excellent. The great story of will we take the gate or not? Join us next time and see if we manage to do so. But we have done so. And where shall we take these guys? Perhaps... I don't know. We don't want to obviously get them caught up in melee, so we will just hold them back until we know that we've got the enemy pinned down. And our two generals, I think, will just march them into this to pin them down. And, yeah. Our archers are in place now behind a staunch line of spears over there. So we're going to be able to fire, hopefully, in here and hopefully massacre them. There's a bit of a pretty decent line of sight. We might get a few shots hitting the buildings, but otherwise we should be able to handle them no problem. And, okay, well, here they come. Are our pikemen ready? We are taking a few shots. Where's Gil-Galad? He's coming over here. Run up the hill, boys. Run up the hill. There are the chieftains Aladdin. I'll tell you what we can do. We can bring... Where are they going? Run away. We're going to run away from the bodyguard. We're going to run. Run. We'll, if need be, we'll take a whole lap around. Oh, they're coming back. They're coming back. We'll send Gil-Galad in. We'll have a nice downhill advantage. And we'll have our archers over there shoot into these axemen. And our noble pikemen will keep these swordsmen at bay for a very long time, I'd imagine. I don't know if we actually got a charge in on these, but I don't think it particularly matters. I'll tell you what, you guys come back over here and then you can shoot them in the back. That would be fantastic. But you guys can just shoot into that. And, oh, this will go quite nicely. And our general here that I can't remember the name of, it was like Roher Diron, you're going to be taking out the forest archers. And how have we done over here? Well, we won, but we are very tired. Who's not tired? Well, there's 49. They can come over here. Or go over there, actually. Oh! They're coming at our archers. We're not fans of that. Run away, run away. And over here, we've almost reached a prime location for some sneaky action. Although Gil-Galad hasn't taken a single casualty yet. Wait, what are his stats again? 1733. 1733 against 1022. I mean, I do kind of understand why, but they are armor piercing. Let's see how their armor stands up against a 5 missile attack from behind. So they got 57. Oh, that's satisfying. The Lannisters send their regards. And, I mean, they didn't kill that many, I suppose, but there's, it's not, is that a good angle? I don't know if everyone's getting a shot in, but, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's certainly useful. We'll give them a couple more volleys, before we'll have to make them stop. Make them stop. Oh, those, oh no! Oh no, 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 no! Run away, run away! Run away! Come over here, and then, if need be, then we can kind of sandwich them with missile fire. Well, our archers can stop firing, actually, because we're probably only shooting our own men over here. But we've got 2 chieftains Aladdin left, and which one's the actual general? I don't know. I'd imagine... It's not that guy. We would have got the notification. It's this guy here with the weird marshmallows on sticks on his helmet. He, you know, he's a savage. He doesn't know how to roast marshmallows. You can't blame him. But over here, the spearmen did let our archers go, thankfully. And now our archers over here actually have something to shoot at. Since I did tell them to not shoot at the previous. Wait, are those not? Oh, God. They're not in range. Don't go into the line of battle. But over here, we haven't actually killed very many of these swordsmen. We've largely just poked them a lot and kept them at bay. But we're probably going to win over here very shortly against these axemen. Let's just use the power of the Eldar for increased combat effectiveness. And with that, down he goes. By the way, I still love how Gil-Galad's unit looks. It's just fantastic. I just really like the shield. And now just shoot into that unit. They're routing. Everyone's routing. I'll tell you what, you guys don't even have to go in. We'll use the archers to finish this, I think. It actually looks really bad for our for our Linden longspearmen over here, but I suppose we can shoot into the flanks now. We've already killed off everything that was in the square over here. We just shot them with these 2 units. So now let's just pepper them with some arrow fire, and there they go. So we killed them all, obviously. Now, what do our casualties look like? This will be quite interesting to see, because I've not done a siege before. Oh no, we did. We did do a siege. But this is the first one with like a large town. And so Gil-Galad obviously killed the bodyguard unit. But other than that, the Sindar swordsmen, they were on the walls. Did pretty well, but yeah, the bowmen, once again, the Sindar bowmen seem to be, even though the stats don't say that they would do that much more, their missile attack is 6, whereas the Lindar... Oh, whoops, I knocked the mic. The Lindar archers have an attack of 5. I suppose they did use a bit more ammunition, but still... they must have, like, other... Like, accuracy must be higher. Accuracy must be, like, a real key stat, but we don't really see. And then obviously they've got much higher range, so they are better and worth getting, even though looking at them, they're not that much different. But that is the first acquisition from the Clans of Enedwaith, so get in there. And down they go, with a satisfying croak. Well, not really satisfying, but it's nice to hear. But we are just going to occupy it, because I'd quite like to see what... Okay. So it's not got too much to grow. How does the culture look like? 18%, and quite high cultural unrest and unrest in general. So we are going to have to immediately put that artist studio in there, and luckily we actually had enough money for that. Now, how would you like it if I just moved everyone out apart from you and you? Oh, they really don't like that. I mean, 60% though.
Yes, my lord.
Are they? They're not going to revolt immediately on 60%, are they?
With honor, making camp here.
I mean, we'll see. Let's see if there's something we can get rid of. Oh, also, note, all horse units have slow replenishment in mountains, so replenishment times are different for certain units in certain regions. So I've noticed a lot of our units are most available in forest regions. So Erinborn is, I'd imagine, a forest region, taking on the Green Book, or Brown Book, I guess it is, and it is a forest region. So this is a pretty useful region for us in general. But then we do have some other ones that are...
Yes, my lord.
Probably on the coast. What unit am I thinking of? I'm thinking of the Eldar Mariners, yep. So they're most... I think you can only get them from... Do they come from a port? I thought they came from a port. So it would make sense that... yeah, they probably are most easily gettable in a coastal region where you can actually get a port. And speaking of ports... we don't have one currently, but we do have a fishing village here that we can build. Do we get our own, like, custom ports? It does look like we... Oh, by the way, it's taken me up until this point, the 20-second turn, to look at this port. I can't really get it to... I really like that. It's different to, again, like DAC. They've come up with their own models here, as indeed DAC have as well, by the way. Not to say anything bad about that, I love that, but I really like this as well. I just like the colour scheme of the elves in general, like the deep, the like earthy tones, but then also blue is kind of like my favourite colour.
Yes, my lord.
What up? But we did take quite a hit on those Linden longspearmen, which is a bit of a oof, because we can only get them in our capital city, which is all the way over here. Well, let's just... is there any point in retraining these? I don't think there is. Although we may as well... Oh, no. We'll just keep them there for now. And
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
Glorfindel is coming over here. And what is happening here?
Tired of ordering your own forces about, eh?
I may have been a
I
bit
remind you of one of your own
overconfident in that
captain's
they're not going to attack us.
orders.
Because it does look like they're going to come and attack us. So I'll tell you what, let's just retrain... Well, we'll train those guys and then we'll move them out with Glorfindel next turn. Depending what they do. But we'll carry on moving...
With honor.
Oh, there's Staddle. I'm pretty sure Staddle is like behind Bree, like over here, but that's fair enough. There aren't really any other like towns around here, but I just love it. Anyway, we'll keep on moving, and so that's the South Downs, Bree Land, and this is Mythaethel, which we learnt last time. Was the Horwell River, which is this one here. Forms with the Bruinen, the Loudwater, to form the Gwathlo or the Grey Flood, and I've forgotten what this river is called. I think it's the Swan Fleet. And then you've got the marsh here, which is like Nin in Aelif or something, which just means the same thing. I think the Swan Fleet. It's like a marshy land.
Yes, my
So.
lord.
Gildor, actually, we're going to put a watchtower there on that border. Yeah, I'm not going to go in anywhere near these woods because there might be trolls everywhere, as there I'm sure there are some trolls right there. So he's going to put that, and then we're going to set off down here. But
Your orders, my lord.
what are they doing? They can potentially attack us,
Is that what you want?
or they can, if they're trying to get to Ereinion, then they can come down here and cross the bridge down there for all I care. A candidate for adoption, Nestarion, no thank you, look too sad for me. And there we go, march against Sauron. The war councils of the League formed against Sauron and his servants have finally borne fruit, ready to unleash their full power. So, of course, the counter-invasions allow generals to march with a great speed deep into Middle-earth, just as crusades and jihads work in the base Medieval 2. Besides the Dunedain and Linden Kingdoms, the Sylvan nations have also been called to join the League against Sauron when the hour comes. So we can get those bros in on the tour. And we can also get some heroic volunteers, which I believe just work the same as mercenaries. So you get some special like jihad/crusade only mercenaries when one of these occurs. And Talakans against the followers of Sauron can now be called by the Numenoreans and the Kingdom of Lindon. And the Linden Herald has been appointed. And we did actually have some rioting in Erinborn. We lost one man, but they do like us more. So there's that. How many did we kill? 75. Not too bad. But here he is. What's his name? Balanithrin, the Herald. And he's probably like a priest or a cardinal or something like that from the base game. But then, if you come down here, declare Tol Ahan. If you're wondering how I know all this, you can learn about this too if you watch Ngugi TWC's YouTube channel. He has overviews of each faction, and he goes over some of the mechanics as well, including the Palantiri, which obviously I haven't really watched. I think I watched it like a year and a half ago. Because that's how long... Well, I mean, I've been following this mod for a bit longer than that. But obviously we don't really have access to any of them. But here then, you can access or pick any region, including some of like the good guys, I guess. So, just having a look here. Dunharrow is obviously held by the Men of the Mountains at this point. But, I think we're going to just leave it for now. And that's rad. Okay, yeah. I mean, if there was one for Enedwaith, I would have maybe gone for that right now. But nonetheless, we can do that at any time. And he's just going to be chilling there. I suppose what we could do, actually, is put him right there. Because then you might get you'll get the trait for Valinor Beheld. Anyway, just to see that it works, and if it does work for Heralds. Agent detected Orcs of the Misty Mountains. I probably should have had a look where that is, but I think it's probably just in Ladris. And Lothlorien are the wealthiest region, but where did those hillmen go? I mean, it's good
Yes,
for
my
me.
lord. As you wish.
Let's just
Yes,
have a look what the dwarves have
without
got
question.
sat in here. They've got absolutely nothing. Pitiful.
As you wish. Tomorrow's
I'm
journey
hoping.
planned
Wait, is
out.
that him? I think that is the region. That is the fellow that had them, because I just remember vaguely of these 3 units at the end. I'm really glad that we've got those watchtowers. So this is a massive region, and it gives us a really good bit of warning before we might get
Yes,
attacked.
my lord.
But oh, what's gone on here?
Your orders, my lord.
Well, we're going to have to go in through this region here.
Yes.
The Dunedain just lost this. Or the Numenoreans, rather.
With honor.
I'm just making sure I
Yes.
click around so that we don't get... Yeah. I don't know if we should help them.
With honor.
Because obviously I am very much invested in the longevity of the
Yes,
Numenoreans.
Your orders,
You
my
know what,
lord.
let's just let them pass.
Yes.
I'll go on to this bridge,
Yes, my
and if
lord.
they stop here, we'll know what is going on.
What you want?
And we'll know
Your
to
orders, my lord.
that they are trying to have us on. But I'll tell you what, let's move. Perhaps a bold move. We'll put those archers in there. I think we'll probably
Yes,
have enough
my lord.
with what we've got here, because Elrond seems to be an absolute beast. He's got 12 attack, 18 total defense. He's not too shabby in melee, but he's got that 6 missile attack, and I'd imagine his accuracy is like the very best. So he's probably better than the Sindar archers in some way, despite the fact that he's got the same missile attack.
Your orders, my
But
lord.
Gildor's coming, and in another turn, actually, we'll have him. So I'll tell you what we should do then is let's just recruit those units, and then as soon as Gildor
Yes, my
rocks
lord.
up, then we'll be ready to roll. But we do have a small amount of money,
Your orders, my lord.
but it is
my lord.
not something we should be focusing on right now. Let's just go in and take Cobel Minhiria. And although,
As you command,
before we do,
We shall prevail. Yes.
I was about to say, why do they have to be so rubbish? I don't want to be cleaning up their mess. I thought they'd be competent allies. But no, they've lost Londar, so that does mean then that we are going to... Once we take
Your
this,
orders, my lord.
I mean, I reckon we'll win that. We're going to have to march on Londar over here. While similarly, then, we'll be marching down here to take Eregion. And Hillmen don't like us. They really don't like us because we just went through their
Yes,
lands.
my
But I mean, we had to. So, once again then, Chieftains Haladin, 9 attack, 22 defense. They've got the Forest Spearmen, they've got some Forest Skirmishers, and this time they've got some Gwathlo Deserters. So, some men that used to be in the service of Arnor, but now are not. 5 melee attack, 11 defense, and 6 missile attack. They're not very fond of arrow fire.
We attack.
We have set up in a formation to take out this evil army of Enedwaith by getting some archers on either flank over there. We've got 2 units over there, and then over here we've got 3. And the idea is to shoot them, and if they come out, then we'll have some infantry, some melee infantry to intercept, and then we'll shoot them some more. And I am just putting everyone on fire at will, and immediately as we start firing, they get on the move. And they do have the Chieftains Aladdin kind of moving out towards us, but I'll tell you what, let's just shoot at those Forest Spearmen over there. We'll probably get the best shot. What are you doing? But we are drawing the attention over here of these guys, so let's just make sure we have these guys close at hand just in case. We've locked horns over here. Oh, and we may have locked horns over here. No, we haven't, not yet. We are just seemingly... just shoot at those Forest Spearmen there. I'll come back in a second. Don't get yourselves killed. But we'll have these archers just here. I think we've got some shot over here. Do we? I don't know. Perhaps having all of our archers over there isn't a good idea. Let's come back over here, and as we can see, those forest spearmen are doing stuff. So let's just send Gil-Galad after them, and you guys don't fire at will anymore because I don't want you shooting at us.
Only half the enemy force remains.
So these guys are coming around over here, coming around the mountain or the windmill. And how do the shots look over here? They look semi-decent. But these guys need to be probably firing down this chute. Oh, we've got these Gwathlo deserters coming here, ruining our day. Hopefully they just wander straight into melee or run away. Oh no, they're reloading. Who are you going to fire at? Quickly, shoot at them, shoot at them. Kill loads of them. They've got 82. How many go down in that volley? Oh wow, look at that. 20-ish. Well, if they do come at us, then we'll fight them with our Lindai infantry. And what's going on over here? We've absolutely massacred the general unit. No more firing anymore, please. We'll get these guys to flank and hopefully surround them, and we'll kill them off nice and sharply. And then come over here, and we shall see, just in time, we'll see the general go down, and can we catch them? Then we don't have to, actually kill them one more time. But let's pop these right there. Do they have anything left? Is there anybody else? Oh, I've already done that. Although that's actually, I think in my head I'm thinking of Achilles saying like, is there no one else? After he killed Boagrius. But then also it's a little bit like Bruce Springsteen when he's like, is there anybody out there? I'm pretty sure that's who did that. I was wondering why are we still fighting, but there's one forest spearman here. So shall we just watch him die as we slowly march? Let's give that as well. I think this guy's got him. He's got him. He's got him. Oh no, he didn't. Oh, but his mate comes in from the rear. He's got his back, and down he goes. Clear victory. We did lose 47 men, which is a bit worrying, but Sindar Bowman once again getting a lot more kills than the Lindar archers as a rule. But I guess they had the best shots, to be honest.
Glory, honor, victory.
Another settlement is ours, although it is only a village. But hopefully it doesn't have... well, that suggests that there's actually quite a lot of people in here. 1,351. Okay. Well, we might actually have to leave Gil-Galad in there for a bit to make sure that population does grow up to 1,500, so we can actually upgrade it, and then we can, boost the culture here. But look at that. That big army that was here clearly did take out Londair. But I'm just looking. There's a navy there, which isn't all that amazing, but if you remember, I can't pass in there. Like, even before this was blockaded, and before I was at war with them. So I'm just wondering if you actually can sail up and down that river then, if you hold this port. Which does make a whole lot of sense, to be honest, because that is clearly a lot wider than the river here. And, that would be really useful. I mean, it's not that useful to us, but it would be useful. But we got 1,500 from that, which is really sorely needed, because we were running a bit low on funds. But as you can see, there's nothing that we can actually build in this region. But it is an Arnor region. It's part of Cardolan, which obviously this is named that. But this, of course, was where the burial mounds were, and that there was like an ancestral burial grounds here way back in the First Age, I think, and they were like relatives of the Edain that would then become the Dunedain. And then the Dunedain have all, like, they resided here, I believe, before the fall of Numenor. Oh, I'm not entirely sure if they did. Oh, I can't remember. But anyway, there's been a settlement here for a very long time. before it was even called Cardolan, but it was Turn Goerthad was the name, and that was eventually where the Barrow Downs would become, where they had the Barrow Wights and whatnot, where Frodo and the Hobbits and all them would find themselves in there, having a jolly old time. Well, not really. Now, I am really tempted to actually just train a bunch of troops, but we've got 3 turns until that armourer comes, and then we'll get a nice armour bonus. But I suppose we might as well get these Eldar horse archers on their way. I might even be tempted to send them out this way. No, that'll take way too long, and we don't need troops over here. Imladris has that all covered. But let's. I think can we do anything else over this turn? I don't think we can. We've got nothing to build over here, have we? I find that sculptors. Maybe I should see just what that can give, but it seems like such a pointless, or not a pointless building, but it seems like it's a lot of money for very little. Because traits don't seem to be absolutely huge, like a massive deal. But we will get some Lindai infantry actually, because we need to throw them into the fray against Enedwaith, and they seem pretty handy. Oh, go away with all these adoptions. I don't want you. I want... oh, but they've left Londar completely undefended. Well, that was a very stupid idea indeed. Well, it's not completely. They've got 4 units there. But by the way, look at these resource models they've got. I really like that timber model. There's another one over here somewhere there that I noticed. It's so much nicer than just the couple of logs. They've really added to it, and it looks really nice. But as you can see there,
Well met there, friends.
as you can see there is a Numenorean navy there, so they clearly can. We just didn't have a hall pass to move in that area, sadly. But let's just have a look over here, and so East Enedwaith, West Enedwaith. Where is the town? Oh my god, this is a massive region then. But then there's... can we see what this one's called? No, we can't. Oh, Dunland, okay. So Dunland, the region of, is like probably there. So clearly the town must follow this road, so it'll be down here somewhere. So the closest town to Londar is like over here, and then there's Agar there. And... okay, so we got a lot of our militia troops, and hopefully that's going to help us out a lot in regards to the war. But what should we get money spent on? Let's get the paved roads. The paved roads could prove very, very useful, and the art gallery immediately thereafter. So then we get that Host of the West culture. And where did I get those? You guys come down over here. Or come all the way down here, actually. And you also come down this way. How long... Oh, no, you have to stay in there for a bit. Sadly. And look at this! Yes, so anyone can get that trait. So Valinor Beheld +1 tradition, +1 line of sight, +1 influence. It's not all that useful for a herald. But that influence and the line of sight is quite useful. Particularly for a spy, actually. But I'm not going to move him all the way back there. That would be folly. Let's... I don't understand what what that orc is doing. And... oh, it's down here. I was wondering, like, how come we can't see? But we are going to have to take out that army. I don't like the way that they're just there. But we're going to go back into Imladris because, clearly they're not trying to attack. Well, we will be attacking them. And we will be destroying them. And we will be marching down south, taking out Nagzag. Perhaps even...
Yes, my lord.
Actually, maybe that's not a good idea because then they'll attack Gildor. And advice is indeed a dangerous gift. And that is what he said to Frodo, but he's been given that trait. He said that to Frodo in the Woody End. Here, when Frodo and Sam met the elves, and he said, advice is a dangerous gift, even from the wise, I think, is roughly what he said. Of course, he probably knew who Gandalf was. Oh, he definitely knew who Gandalf was. and I can't remember if Frodo told him about him. But should we just end the turn one more time? This has already been quite a long episode, but nothing's happening here, and I'm just flicking through, making you all very bored and wondering why the hell am I watching this guy play.
As you wish.
But the Hillmen,
fear me.
the Hillmen. Drurog,
Pray you never
you
call me your
you
enemy.
better go away. Hang on, let's just have a look at what our relations look like. There we are. They're very poor. They could definitely attack us. But I just really wanted to see what happens here on the next turn. Blockade Port Londar. You will receive 1,000 gold. Well, hell yeah, we're going to go and do that. Wait, how long do we have to do that for? Oh, how did I not see this? Atolakan is, or has that just happened this turn? Oh, okay. Oh, dearie me. But let's have a quick look here. Londar for 2 turns. But we might take it in 2 turns. Because over the end turn, I did notice, like, those guys, they're going to take 2 turns to make it there. So if we took it now, I mean,
Yes, my lord.
I don't know if we can move out just yet.
My lord.
Let's have a look.
Your orders,
If we
my
moved
lord.
out. Oh, no, we could. And I think we should.
Yes, my lord.
And I think I'm going to.
Yes.
Because I also like to live dangerously. So, he's going to move on Londar, and, okay, we did, but, okay, so, I'm going to finish the episode here, where after all this, but, called by Linden Herald. I don't know who owns that guy, it must have been the Numenoreans, but, oh, look, there we are, woo, that's Gil-Galad, that's Elrond, and these are random dudes. But vengeance comes, a mighty promise to the followers of Sauron, first declared by Hurin of the Edain in the First Age. The hosts of the West are reminded of their ancient and recent past once more. It inspires men and elves alike, there's a typo there, and any allies by their side to make use of their true strength and unleash their full fury. There's a lot of commas. A lot of clauses. You must create an Akan army within 10 turns to join the Akan. Well, I think we could use Glorfindel for that. Wait, where's that going? I mean, that's so far away. That's literally over here. But I think, you know, this is DCI Last Dunedain Counter Invasions. I think it's only appropriate that, oh my word, and we will need to take some of our Noldor spearmen and Noldor swordsmen over there. Hell yeah. Although actually maybe, I don't know. Oh, and before I end this episode, we can see here that the orcs just really want to go into this gap here. The deep misty mountains. Obviously Khazad-dûm is there, but I don't know where the town is here. It's probably like there. So, once we take Eregion, we may come under fire from here, through this pass. And then, of course, over here, through the high pass. But thank you very much for watching anyway. Like it if you liked it, comment, and all that jazz. And do subscribe if you want to keep on watching these, because it does actually, I know it's really cliche, but if I have actual subscribers, that people I know that do want to watch my videos, it does mean that I am more likely to keep on making them. Regardless, I will keep making them because I enjoyed making them. So it's kind of contradictory what I just said there, but it'll make me feel better if I know that people actually like them. So I'm going with Gandalf. Good day.